Our presentation, what you actually get today are two programs. From our university, the Technical University of Wuerzburg-Schweinfurt, you get presented today two MBA programs. The MBA program, Mass International Business, Christina will explain to you in a second, and I, Bernd, will show you our Master of Transformation program in a second. Before we dive into the programs, quick insights into our location. We are located in the heart of Germany, in the heart of Europe. So from Wuerzburg-Schweinfurt, so two cities close by, roughly about half an hour ride by train, half an hour by car. From here, you will get in all major cities. You get to Frankfurt, Nuremberg, Munich, Berlin, but also Europe, Copenhagen, Austria, Zurich, Paris. It's also not that far away. We are in the heart of Europe. That makes it very nice for traveling and also for exchange with other researchers, with other internship programs. So more on that later to come. Our university has two main campuses, the one in Wuerzburg and the one in Schweinfurt. On total, we offer a broad range of degrees, 40 degrees, almost. We have just maybe barely the 10,000 mark, so we have more than 9,300 students registered, and there's a significant increase in our international students. 240 full professors. With that, we have served a very excellent student-teacher ratio, so small study groups. All the professors here have an industry or a practical background. I myself was working in the consulting industry. I was working with PricewaterhouseCoopers and Ernst & Young. So all the professors here, they have some insights into actually what's out there going on in the real world. We I mentioned several times, we cooperate very closely with companies across the region here. Wuerzburg, that's some use of the Wuerzburg, and Christina, she is teaching there and doing her research there. So I guess it's time for her to introduce a little bit of the beautiful city of Wuerzburg.
Thank you, Bernd. I would like to take the opportunity and first to introduce myself very quickly. I'm Christina Zecher, and I have the honor of being a professor at THWS for 2 years now. And I'm teaching accounting and management control in this very beautiful city. You get some impressions on this slide. So we are in the center of a wine region, the Franconian wine growing region. In the middle part, you get some impressions of the wine growing area. Wuerzburg is, I would say, a medium-sized city compared to other German cities. It is at the same time both safe and very modern. It has a beautiful city center, an historic old town. As you can see on the upper right, we are also a bishop city. Almost 130,000 inhabitants are living in Wuerzburg, and actually more than 30% of them are students. So if you choose to study in Wuerzburg, it should be very easy to get in contact with other students both from Wuerzburg and from all around the world. As Bernd pointed out, there are a number of larger German cities that are really just 1 to 2 hours away from Wuerzburg. Wuerzburg is very strong from an economical perspective. There's an annual ranking by a German magazine called Wirtschaftswoche, and actually compared to other 71 large German cities, we are ranking in 8th place when it comes to job availability. So there are huge possibilities here in Wuerzburg, not only for studying, but also for staying here and working. It's quite an attractive place to live, study, and work.
Indeed, a very beautiful city. And the city next to that, Schweinfurt, also kind city. We don't have as much student life. We got more of the industry experience out here, but also in a very old town compared with our new university facilities, some of them just opening up a few months ago, so making with some very attractive laboratories, seminar rooms, and student facilities. More on that you'll see on our website. So this is the main campus where the Master of Transformation program is going to take place. The full title of the name is Master Management of Business Transformation. We will dive with you in the details of that program. The short name, Master of Transformation, is basically giving you the core idea of what's all about. And then after a few slides from mine, Christina will tell you about the other master program too. So, head of our program is colleague Uwe and myself. We are supported by Susan and Cornelia, who is specifically there to support you with the onboarding, with housing, supporting you with any questions regarding logistics around here, to making sure that your study experience here is very smooth and very pleasant. Quick overview. Our MBA program is a 3-semester program. It's the tuition fees are only, compared to international standards, 16,500 euros, 3 semesters. On top, there's a small mandatory semester fee. It's 100 euros, but that's a good, well-invested fee, as this is giving you discounts in the cafeteria, giving you discounts in some shops, and I think also one thing is quite important, free local public transportation. That makes it very easy. So there covers a lot of the other expenses for that. How to get in the program? What's most relevant is you have 2 points. You have to have an undergraduate degree, a minimum of 210 ECTS credits. If it's only 180, you can make some additional courses, but in general, it should be 210 undergraduate degree from a broad field of areas. And the German grade has to be, compared to a German grade, it has to be 2.5 or better, and 1 year of qualified work experience. So we are here kind of more into the world of an executive MBA, helping you to further support your professional career. The start is in October, and all the courses are taught in English. As mentioned, it's a high demand for those job profiles. Change agents, anything that happens with transformation, digital transformation, organizational transformation, those project managers, those are very much thought after, and this is why one of the main reasons why we started that program, to help you to become a global transformation manager. What do we address? We address 3 layers of transformation, so to speak. The organizational transformation, the business transformation aspect, in order to help to manage transformation projects, may it be from more the digital perspective, more it be from the social organizational perspective, building on a very solid inner transformation, helping yourself to grow, helping yourself to gain and increase your leadership skills. And that all surrounded by an understanding of the dramatic global transformation we are currently undergoing. So there are some courses in history, some courses in politics that help you to understand the rise and fall of our empires, and the rise and fall on the tensions that are then addressed with that. What's our curriculum about? I mentioned 3 semesters. The 3rd semester, the last semester, is actually not in the university. It's already kind of halfway in organizations, in companies. You have an applied transformation project together with a company, and your thesis is also written in cooperation with a company or an organization of your choice. So it's basically 2 semesters where you have very condensed insights into VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous environment. It will help you to understand how humans and intelligent machines, the current hype around artificial intelligence is leaping as challenging both education and job markets. In the 2nd semester, we talk more about the business aspect on modeling, on organization dynamics, and how to lead yourself and lead others. So 2 semesters lectures, and most of the lectures, they're going to take place on only Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That allows you to work and continue with your professional experience Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's a full-time program, nevertheless, but a condensed program that focuses on helping you to continue your professional career. We study hard, but also we have fun with it. So the courses are they're small, intensive courses, hands-on experience. Yes, we do, like today, we utilize all the digital tools from virtual reality. We have a big augmented reality laboratory. We'll use all the online lectures and that stuff, yes, but also we meet physically, and we have intensive group discussions, intensive team projects. One that is especially intensive is, for example, our campus startup night. That's where companies come with real challenges they propose, and you have from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. the next morning time to present your minimal viable product, to come up with a business idea, come up with a business plan, even better, and then the top selected ideas, businesses, then they're also awarded with the real money, and it's more important, with the access to funders and venture capitalists. So we are very closely tied with that. Our research is also recognized on a national level, so we're very happy for that. For example, Pranav just recently won the DAAD German Academy Excelling Service Prize. So proud that some of our graduates already recognize that. This is our student perspective. On exchange perspective, we are, for example, have close with I'm from the Faculty of Business and Engineering, and we have close relationships with the NKUST. I hope I pronounced it correct, the National Hua-Song University of Science and Technology. So this is one of the Taiwanese universities we have cooperations with. So this was a quick introduction into our MBA Master of Transformation. And now over to Christina, who's presenting to you the Master International Business with Regional Focus.
Thank you, Bernd. Welcome again. I'm happy to present you our MBA program, the Master International Business with Regional Focus. And here you get the impression from one of our classes. As you can see, you're not only studying, but also having some fun during your time in Germany. Yeah, I already introduced myself, but I would like to take the opportunity to welcome Shamin Siddiq as well. He is our Global Marketing Manager, and he can support your application process and to get started in Germany and especially in Wuerzburg. Yeah, what is our program about? Well, our goal is that we enable students from all backgrounds. This means students from different countries, from different cultural backgrounds, students that have different educational backgrounds, degrees in engineering, in social sciences. All these different backgrounds come together, and we educate you, we enable you to manage and lead companies of all types. So might be non-profit companies, might be for-profit companies, might be manufacturing companies or merchandising companies or service companies. So our goal is that you are able to manage and lead all these different companies in today's global business world. So what do we offer for you? Well, we deliver a postgraduate level education. This means you must already have a bachelor degree, a graduate degree with good marks. This means at least a grade that translates to 2.9 in the German system. We offer a general management education for you. This means we don't have a special topic, a special subject like Master of Transformation. Our program is really targeted for international students, and that gives you the broad business knowledge that you can apply in an international context. So there's no focus on a certain topic, but therefore on a certain region that you can choose. All our classes are held in English, and we also have an excellent student to lecture ratio. Our classes are limited to 25 students per year. Our students come from all across the world, and I'll come back to that point in a bit. And you do not only bring your own personal cultural background, but also first professional experience. So you have to have at least 1 year of work experience in order to get started in our program. Yeah, as I said, our program has an international focus, and it is truly international. It has been established 20 years ago, and during this time we had students coming from more than 40 nations around the globe. So students from Asia, students from Africa, we had students from the United States, from the United Kingdom, from Arab countries, coming together studying in Wuerzburg. What also might be interesting for you, if you could go to the next slide, is to get a little bit more insights in the main countries where our students come from. So the largest part is German students, who account for 23% of all students that we have over these 20 years. But what you can also see, Taiwan ranks second. So each year we expect to have 2 to 3 students coming from Taiwan and getting their MBA in international business in Wuerzburg. Number 3 are students from India and also from Indonesia. We'll typically have a large part of Asian students. So what skills will you develop in our program? As you can see on the left side, which shows you the business and management skills, our program covers all topics that you need to know about when you get a business degree, ranging from innovation management to strategy, to marketing, to supply chain management, to management control, to finance and financial reporting. So you get the full breadth of a general management education here in Wuerzburg. At the same time, we aim at developing your methodological skills. For instance, we require you to do a research project, and at the end of your studies, you will also have to write a master thesis. Social skills are also in our focus. Among the social skills are particular intercultural management and general as well as business language skills that you choose to get for the region that you will select in our program. And of course, a major focus of each and every MBA program is to develop your personal skills. In our program, we have classes in business ethics, in decision theory and practice, and of course also the focus region that you're going to choose counts for your personal skills. So what makes us special, what differentiates us from other MBA programs is the international character of our program, as well as the 3 focus regions from which you can choose. So you can either choose Europe, Asia, or Latin America, and this means that you will get language skills specific for your region, as well as classes that give you an impression on the history and on the cultural characteristics of this particular region. So our program also starts in October, usually with a startup event where we get to know each other, where we show you the university, where you meet your instructors and get in contact with other students from our program. This first semester, runs until February and it takes place in Wuerzburg. You already, during this first semester, are going to develop your language skills for the region that you choose. And then we have the opportunity that you can stay abroad as part of our program. If you choose the focus region Asia, you can spend 3 weeks at Xijian University in Taipei. If you choose the focus region Europe, you will stay here at THWS. And if you choose the focus region Latin America, we closely cooperate with University Externado de Colombia in Bogota, a private, well-known university that offers a 3-week program that you can attend as part of your MBA studies. After these 3 weeks, the program continues in Wuerzburg until July, and then in the last semester, which runs from October to February again, you will stay at THWS again. So at a glance, what is characteristic for our program? It has started already in the year 2003, and we offer the worldwide renowned Master of Business Administration degree. We are accredited by the German Accreditation Council until 2028. The program mainly takes place in Wuerzburg, a beautiful city located in the heart of Europe and Germany. It's a 3-semester program, including your master thesis, so your master thesis will not prolong your studies here. What makes us also special is that we have a mix of professors and practitioners. All your lecturers will have qualified work experience, and they bring in this experience into their classes. So their teaching benefits from the experience they made in their past jobs. So you get the full breadth of management education in a very small group, in a small international group of maximum 25 students. Our classes are in English. You have the opportunity to stay abroad if you'd like to. Tuition is the same as in Schweinfurt, so 5,500 euros per semester, a well-invested amount in your future and in your capabilities. Cost of living in Wuerzburg are moderate compared to other German cities. And another key feature is that our classes take exclusively place on Fridays and Saturdays. So it is possible to work part-time or to do an internship while you study in Wuerzburg. We have some pictures for you to get an impression of our program. So, of course, we have a graduation ceremony each year in summer, in July. And you see here some impressions of our past MBA graduates. So this could be you, and I would be more than happy to welcome you at the University of Applied Sciences, Wuerzburg-Schweinfurt, in October, hopefully. So that's it from my part. We are looking forward to your questions.
Okay, Professor Zecher, Professor Angenbrand, thank you so much for introducing your university to our Taiwanese students. Now, all the participants are welcome to ask questions in the chat. You just use this chat and we will read out the question. But first, I would like to ask myself a question I was thinking about during seeing your presentation. Yeah, very international program, obviously also quite competitive. There's students from all over the world applying for your program. Also, as we saw, many students from Taiwan, the second largest group of international students at your program after the German students are actually students from Taiwan. Could you give us some tips how to successfully apply for your program? What kind of mistakes to avoid when applying for your program? How should people present themselves? What's the basic requirements? and what is a kind of no-go in application? If you could help us out with.
Shamim, would you like to answer that question?
You have to open up your microphone, Shamim.
Yes, that's right. Okay, sorry. Now I'm back. Yes, of course. What is the how to apply it for our MBA program? The very easy and very comfortable is that you should go to our website, make a registration, and scan your documents, the required documents before in PDF files, and upload this. As soon we have your documents, we will check and your application individually. So and after then, if is something missing or whatever, I will contact you and say, please send me these documents, or this one is not perfect, and then we will get in touch with you. I will guide you through the process. What is the most, how to say, no-go? There is no-go. The problem is only if the documents are not complete, and the Proving Commission cannot find the final decision about your application. So I think for special for Taiwan, there is not a big issue because you have, how to say, the bachelor degree. It's according to ours. So there is the credit points is also almost complete. We have some issue in some countries where is a bachelor not 210 or 180 credit points. Then we have an issue how we can fill the missing credit points. So the best way is you should go to our website, make a registration by yourself, and then upload the documents. And of course, you should write me, if you want, you can write me an email. Hello, Shamim, I sent an application to you. Please have a kind of notice to me. Then I will guide you through the process. This is not a big issue, yes. From the last, I say 20 years, I know Taiwan very well. So I went several times in Taipei and Kaohsiung, and also in other cities in Taipei. So this is not a big issue for you to do this way. For 20 years, you have to send by post. I remember this time also. So, but now it's everything, it's very easy. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Shamim, thank you so much for explaining to us.
Yeah.
Sometimes a question, please.
I would just like to add a little point. So you don't have to have German language skills to start the program, but you have to get a German A1 level certificate until the end of the second semester. So you can do this while you're here. It's much easier to learn language once you are in the country, you get in contact with German people. But it's not necessary to have this requirement at the start of your studies.
Yeah, but I think it is, if you prepare from the university, we don't require, but to live comfortable in Germany, I advise you to learn a little bit German, a little bit, as like to the basic conversation, where I can buy my food, or how to buy a bus ticket, how to buy some things, or how to move from A to B. You have several schools in Taipei, and there you can go for the few classes. I think DAAD is offering also some German courses. It is a benefit for you for the starting. So during the study, you have also time to learn German. There is also few possibilities. There is one possibility you learn in our program, the German language. If you want to go deeper, you can visit some courses from the university side, and also in a private side. It's up to you what you want to do. My experience shows that your chances for the job market, either in Taiwan or in German, it's quite better if you have German skills. So nobody say you have to be perfect, but I think for the basic communication in a meeting or in a normal general communication, if you have it, it is enough. So we say in German, so around B1, after 2 years or after 1.5, 2 years, it's a good basic for starting in how to say in a management level. Of course, better is B2, of course, but I think if the students say, okay, I want to start in a company just like international company, Bosch or a Mercedes or a Porsche, they say English is okay, you can work with us, but our meetings will be held in German language. So this is the point. Not every time, but sometimes it is a benefit for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, I just read an article about employability of international students in Germany, and very often it correlates with their German skills. Because even if you're working in a very, very international German company, you're still working in Germany, so you still should be able to speak some German. And then, of course, you also have to ask yourself also, why do you decide to study at a certain university in Germany? One of the reasons you do that is because you would like to take the chance to learn this different language. Everybody speaks English. Yeah. The one thing which is kind of your unique selling point on the job market is that you take the opportunity to also take advantage of your language environment where you study some German. So that's always an advice.
Maybe one point, sorry to interrupt you, maybe the one thing is how long I need to learn German. This is several times that people say how long time I need to be to reach my B1 level or whatever. Honestly, I say if you're learning, basically you start in Taiwan a little bit and you are coming to the class, it takes around 6 months. So it's not a heavy language. If I compare to other languages, it's not so heavy to learn, but it's quite possible. So during your study, in my experience shows in our student, you have 3 semesters, so 1.5 year time. If you join 2 times in a week, the German class, it's enough. You will be quite around B1. So it is possible. It's not a big deal.
So Shamin is talking about B1. Maybe not everybody is familiar with the term. That's like a European language system.
Okay.
It's like mid-level German. That means you can do your shopping, your grocery. You can phone a hotel and book a room. You can do all these important. You can use the language really to achieve what you want. It's not pristine. You're not going to be very good in written expression. You are not going to be a writer in German language. And maybe there's some things you still cannot understand, but you can resolve every kind of issue in your daily life and also in work life. So it's a mid-level German. And as Sadiq said, 6 months in Taiwan plus some period of Germany, then you can already achieve that kind of level. Of course, I mean, studying language, there's no end to it. You always can improve. I'm a native speaker myself, but I'm still learning. So actually, there's one question in the chat, which is about admission to bachelor degrees at THWS. Maybe I actually start out. I'm not teaching at THWS, but I start out with the general regulation for bachelor students who want to study a degree in Germany. For students who want to study a bachelor degree in Germany. So the first and most important requirement is you should be a graduate of a high school, a Taiwanese high school, and you should also be able to write the 学测考试, the national aptitude test, or whatever the English translation is. 学测考试, and in the 学测考试 you should attain 53 points. That's the regulation for Taiwanese students. So you have to finish your high school education and you have to take this national aptitude test, the 学测考试, and reach 53 points. So our advice is to take all the 5 different subjects, because in total, by choosing more subjects, you also will have a higher number of points. Except for that, maybe I really have to hand over to the teachers at THWS. Can you give any tips for your bachelor degree programs? That's of course not our focus today, but maybe can you answer?
Some general advice on that is we have a broad range of those, and they differ very much from program to program. Some, for example, the mechatronics programs have more emphasis on math skills and physics. Other programs are more, dual programs. So we have the new programs on artificial intelligence, robotics. So I would recommend, before we go in detail of all the specific requirements, Mr. Goldberger was so kind to have the general requirements. but for the specific requirements, we would point you to our website, and there you find for each program separately the specific requirements, admission requirements.
Yeah.
I would say,
yeah.
Sorry, Christina, yeah.
Sorry, I'd just like to say that we also have some bachelor programs who are completely taught in English. So you find a range of programs at that end with a bachelor degree that are completely taught in English, also at our faculty. So the Faculty of Business and Economics offers a bachelor in international management, which is completely held in English.
And that's very, very good news, because actually not so many German universities offer English-taught bachelor degree programs. So that's really a great opportunity for you.
Yeah, maybe one point, if you don't know, because in the website I know you get information as a basic, you should contact the international office. They can guide you directly through what is required, especially for Taiwan. And so for example, if you want to study in the economic side, they can tell you this is a requirement, what you have to do it. Yeah, and I think this is, contact the international office, they can guide you through this process. It's not a big issue. Otherwise, you can contact me, I will guide you.
I will also, when watching your presentation, Professor Zecher, Christina, I saw that you have different focus regions in your program. So students can decide on what region. Are they focusing on South America or Asia? Maybe can you give some advice, like if a Taiwanese student decides to study at THWS, what is actually, does it make more sense for him to study in the focus region Asia, or should he concentrate on other regions? How does that work?
Well, if you already come from Taiwan, my advice would be to focus either on Europe or on Latin America, of course, because that gives you a wider range of capabilities, of knowledge, of language skills. But if you already come for your MBA degree to Europe, to Germany, you might, I think the most students choose Europe as a focus region, at least those that come from another country, specifically to Wuerzburg to study in our program. But it's not mandatory, it's just, it depends on your preferences, on what you would like to do, the job that you would like to gain. But if you come to Germany and you plan to stay there after your study, I think then Europe would be the best choice for you.
As everybody knows, Europe is, Germany within the European Union is, of course, a very strong economical power with many large international companies.
Yeah, that's true.
Who need skilled labor, so
yeah, at the moment there's quite a lot of opportunities on the job market at the moment. So companies are really looking for high qualified workers, personnel. So you're in high demand if you come to Germany, definitely.
So maybe on that note, I hope that many more Taiwanese students decide on studying at University of Applied Sciences Wuerzburg-Schweinfurt and start your career by taking your program and entering mid and high level management positions. Thank you so much for doing this information session with you, and see you next time, hopefully.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Goldberger.
Thank you very much from my side.